Hi there, it's Ruth at Artful Stampin. Today I've got to make a birthday card for my daughter. She's going to be 6 and she loves flowers. I asked her tonight, what do you want on your birthday card, May? And she said flowers, so that's pretty easy because I like flowers too. So I've already gone ahead and stamped with Rich Razzleberry this image here that's on the Birthday Blossoms, and I think we're just going to use this stamp set today alongside with a letter stamp set, because I wanted to make a card that's got her name on it, but that she can also double up to stick on her room door to say, so everyone knows that's her room. So I've stamped, then stamped again, and then stamped again to get 3 different shades of the Rich Razzleberry, and I'm going to punch that out. So I just wanted to explain to you what I'd done before I did that. The other thing I wanted to do was give you a little tip as to when you're using punches and you're having to align images. When you go to align it, sometimes the paper can move a little bit before you punch. So what I always suggest you do is push the punch down a little bit and let it, what I call, bite the paper, so that you can actually then, while you're holding it there but not punch through, you can check to see that the image is as where it should be before you punch down. And then also that allows you to position your thumb over the what's that called, the switch thing here, and your fingers underneath the punch to keep this portion of your hand, these fatty portions of your hand, away from the punch mechanism as you punch down. That's just a little tip, because sometimes in your hurry you can push down, and if your hand is too close and gripping like this, sometimes you can catch your skin there. And that's just one of those things that when you're in a bit of a hurry can happen, and boy oh boy do you know it when you do it, because it hurts. So you don't tend to have to do it twice, although I do have a friend that has done it twice. Poor thing. I think she forgot the pain from the first time. So I always do say to ladies and gentlemen who are using punches for the first time, just be aware of where your hands are when you punch. So there we go, I'm just punching these out, and then what we're going to do is stamp on to my card. I want to put her name across the middle and then decorate around with flowers. So I think the first thing I need to do after that is just stamp her name. Grab the letters. E. So I spell my daughter's name M-A-E, May, which I always, when trying to explain to people how it's spelled, I say, as in Mae West, which perhaps is not, I don't know, depending if you like Mae West, might not always be the best description, but she's sort of named after her grandma, because my mother's name is Me Swan, which is spelt M-E-E-S-U-A-N. It's a Chinese name, and my husband really loved the name Swan and wanted to call my daughter Swan, but I explained to him that Swan in Chinese is not really a first name, it's a second name, so you need to have something before it. So I think we struck upon this name literally as I was in labour with her, which will actually be 6 years ago today, would you believe, right now. What's the time? Let's have a look when I'm filming this. Oops, sorry. I'm just checking the time. 9:30. What was I doing? Yes, I think we were on our way to hospital. This time 6 years ago. Well, there we go. 6 years have flown by. And yes, she was a surprise. Well, she was yes, she was a surprise in that, yes, we weren't planning her. But also she was a surprise in that she was a girl. I didn't find out the sexes of any of my children before they were born. And I just kind of assumed that I was going to have a girl again. And, sorry, not a girl, a boy. I had 3 boys. And I just thought, oh well, it's going to be a boy again. So I was pretty tired when she came out, so when the midwife got very excited that I had a girl, I think she was more excited than I was. Obviously, I grew in excitement, you know, as my tiredness wore off. But at the moment that it happened, I perhaps didn't show as much excitement as the midwife did. Okay, so I've already pencil marked on my cardstock there, so I know roughly where I'm heading. And even though I've pencil marked, I've managed to, that's about 1 millimetre above where I really wanted to have it, but never mind. I don't think my daughter's going to be too fussed. Actually, I'm going to have to bring this down a little bit, I know, so that I can see where the line is. There we go. Oh, and I've always managed to get some ink there, never mind. Right, carry on, keep going. So that's her name, all done. And then she loves pink. She is a bit of a girly girl. Although with having 3 brothers, she's not a pushover. She knows how to stand her ground with them. And she also knows how to get her way with them. Right, I'm just going to pop some of these flowers around before sticking down the purple flowers in a minute. I love this stamp, it's such a great way to cover areas on a card. It really is quite gorgeous, and it seems to be that you can turn it around. There's no kind of right way up or wrong way up. So you can kind of turn it to fit where you want it to fit, which is really useful sometimes when you're wanting to fill in a funny space and you perhaps want to use like that little portion there, like I'm going to do now, to fill in a space there. There we go. I think that will do. Oh, I forgot to do the green leaves. I think I might just leave the leaves actually, because I've not allowed for space for those. I forgot to do those, so I think I'm just going to leave it. I might do something else. Actually, I think this will work fine. I think she'd be happy with this. Or maybe I could do some butterflies or something. Okay. I think I want to shape these leaves, these flowers a little bit. Just to give them a little bit of extra dimension. So again, I'm using my trusted tweezers. These are actually new ones. I found these on eBay the other day, and I had ordered them for a workshop that I was doing, a flower workshop, but they didn't come in time. So I have 4 pairs of these now ready for my next flower workshop that I'm going to do. And then tomorrow morning I need to pop out and actually buy my daughter's present, because there was something she spotted in a shop. It's this gorgeous fluffy little bunny, and I promised her that I'd buy it for her, and I got to tonight and I realised that I hadn't bought it. I've just had a busy day today, so I promised her in the morning I'd go out and get it. Right, let's get some sticky. Actually, before I get the sticky, don't forget to rub out your pencil lines, because nobody needs to know that they were there, do they? And then basically stick the flowers. I like to group flowers together, because that's kind of how they are in nature, aren't they? How you find them. And in fact it's kind of mimicking that design there. I'm actually very tempted to pop that one of those there because I feel that there's too much of a gap there. Pop that there, pop that one down there. Okay, right. Okay, I feel like there needs to be more on here. I think I might just cut some more flowers and come back to you. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've realised that I wanted to cut some more flowers out, and also I've gone and stamped some leaves, and I'm fussy cutting these out at the moment because I just feel like the card needs some extra colour or a different colour in there. I have to confess I'm tending to shy away from such garish colour combinations now as I experiment more with different colours. But because it's for my daughter and I know that she will like this, this is why I'm doing this colour choice. Anyway, as I was saying about her name, because this has kind of turned into Saturday Ramble, so I think I'm going to post this on Saturday for my Saturday Ramble. Her name, okay, so yeah, we chose May, and the reason why we kind of really liked it was because my mother's name, as I said, is Mi Swan. But in certain Chinese dialects it's pronounced more Mei Swan. So my daughter's name is virtually my mother's name, but not, which is really quite a nice thing. But yet westernized, so it's kind of a mixture of kind of the Chinese and Western kind of, yeah, heritage. But the really funny thing is, because we live in Wales, the spelling M-A-E, although we pronounce it May, in Welsh there's a word called there's a word called my, M-A-E, which is spelled exactly the same way, and it kind of means oh gosh, my, hold on, let me just check with my son. Luke, you know in Welsh, my, if you say my Genty, is that? It is. What does my mean in Welsh? Is. There we go. It's like, it is, so, like if I'd said, ble my, ble my May. Oh yeah, ble my May. Ble my May means where is May. But if I was to spell that, it would read ble my because it's spelled the same way. Anyway, just a silly little piece of information there. But sometimes it does confuse Welsh speakers because they think I've named my daughter Is. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, where is? There we go. Oh, that's funny enough. I was talking to a lady today because I found out her name is Kaya, but she spells it K-A-I-Y-A, which is very pretty. But I was explaining to her that in Malaysia there's a food called kaya, and this food is made out of coconuts, and it's like if you've ever eaten lemon curd, it's the closest thing that I can describe it to, really, in terms of texture. It doesn't taste like lemon curd, it's a different flavour, but it's made from eggs and coconut, whereas obviously lemon curd is made from lemon and eggs. So yeah, this stuffed kaya is gorgeous, lovely spread on toast, and it means rich, so I think that's the reason why it's called that, because the food is very rich. And she was saying that when she travelled to Turkey, that her name, when she said what her name was, they were quite amused because Kaya in Turkey is a male name, but obviously here it's used as a female name. So there we go. If you've got any funny name stories to tell me, please post below. I love hearing about how, you know, cross-cultural differences can create humour in circumstances. I'm sure sometimes it can get very confusing and embarrassing, but it's quite nice when we can then understand each other and then have a little bit of a laugh about it. Right, I'm just going to pop these leaves in here because I just think it needed that something extra. Yeah, maybe in there. Yeah, so tomorrow, which is Saturday for me here, because I'm filming on Friday, I'm going to have a little get together with some of my daughter's friends in a local play area. And I've made some little gift bags using the gift bag punch board to pop some little gifts in. So, oh, found another one. Okay, my back's not going to be very pleased with me. I'm filming this standing up and then I'm bending down. I shouldn't really be doing that, but the chair behind me has got stuff on it, so... Okay, just going to cut some of these. I think I'm going to just pause the camera while I stick these down because this is getting a bit boring for you now. Okay, so I've finished sticking all those leaves into place. And I'm ready to stick this onto the cardstock, and then I'm going to just pop a little bit of glitter onto here because I know she would love that. So I'm using pink pirouette cardstock for my card base. I've used very vanilla cardstock to do the stamping and the punching out. And now I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen, which I absolutely love, and put a few dots. Make sure I'm not clogged up. There we go. A few dots on some of the letters. Just doing 3 on each letter. And then I think I'm just going to be quite liberal with this actually. And just do small circles in the centre of the flowers, and then maybe the odd little droplet on the leaves, but then I'll pop some glitter on. I love this glue pen, it's so fine and you really can get the glue exactly where you want it. Drop there. There we go. And don't forget to put your lid on. That's what's really useful about this. It doesn't clog up. And then I think I'm going to just remove everything off my grid paper that I'm using here. Oh dear, moving the camera as well. Didn't mean to do that. Because we're going to just pop a little bit of glitter. And I keep my glitter in this little box here with a spoon in it. I think I probably got this from eating ice cream one time and I kept the spoon. So I'm just going to sprinkle that. Oh, I just love this glitter. I think the reason why I love it so much is because I was actually born in Nigeria and we would get Christmas cards sent from the UK, which was really special. And as a child I remember those cards having glitter on them, and I think I used to imagine that whenever I'd come back to the UK and experience a winter, that is what it would look like. So to my absolute delight, and it's my absolute delight every time I go for a walk and there's a frost on the ground, and the ground actually looks like this, doesn't it? You know that moment when the frost is just to that point where it just glistens, doesn't it? Well, I absolutely love that, and I think that is why I like this glitter so much, because it reminds me of frost. Okay, I'm just tapping off the excess. And I'm going to let that dry overnight now. and then tap a little bit more off there. Now don't forget to pop your glitter back in your box, don't want any to go to waste. And don't forget to put the lid on, because you might knock it over. Right, so I'm just going to bring my card back in, and I'll take some photographs of this in the morning, because I'm afraid it's night time here, so the lighting is not great. So there we go, that's my card for my daughter that she can then use to put up on her bedroom door, so that it can be nicely decorated. Anyway, thank you for joining me today and listening to me ramble, and I hope you have a great weekend, and see you again soon. Okay, bye.